it smells like box opening day. Well, we got 2 trial decks behind me. Let's open those bad boys, right? So, we have none other than the 2 new starter decks that have come out. One being the Ultimate Agent Dragon and Parallel World Tactician. We're going to open both in this video just to show off both because why not? And breaking them down is a lot more fun. So, let's fix that. And then we'll go, first off, we're going to go with probably the fan favorite, or aka best deck of the format. I'm going to say both are great decks, especially out of the box. We haven't had trial decks like this before, where they're just completely competitive, that just needs only a few support cards to really round them out. So, that's like huge. So first off, we have 4 Monomon. Monomon is a good starter just because the ability of when you have a blue Digimon in play, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. So, I mean, it's not like jamming VMons, the Demi VMons, that you'll be replacing these instantly with, but at least these are good for the trial deck out of the gate. That's kind of huge to have a Digimon that basically gives power, and it counts itself as long as you have a blue Digimon. So if you Digivolve on top of it with a blue Digimon, because our new rookies have actually had the ability to Digivolve on top of green Digimon. So like this one here, Vmon here, one of the best cards in it, because reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with free in its typing among them to your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. So this allows you, I know it's 2, so that means if you want a full playset, you need to buy 2 starter decks, which that's kind of how they get you, is like the needed cards are at 2 each. So you're going to want to get both. So you're going to want to get 2 when you're going to be hunting these things. So Vmon, especially because the free type really helps. Then we get a vanilla Betamon. So if you kind of guess this, any Digimon that kind of has a dual evolution or anything like that, even if they're vanilla, they're usually a cost higher than normal just because of how it operates. So if you can expect dual colors or anything like that, they cost usually a little more expensive. They have either a little bit of higher, more DP, anything like that. But this is a vanilla Betamon. You kind of replace this instantly for EX 1 Vmon. So again, it's kind of removable. You just don't really need it. Next, we do have X Vmon. This card isn't really seeing much play, but that's just fine, because when you would play this Digimon from your hand, if you have a green Digimon in play, reduce the play cost by 1. It's cool to see it go to 3, but it's not what we really need. He's kind of gets replaced by the EX version that gives jamming all around the board. When attacking, if you have a green Digimon in play, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for the turn. Even still, like just the trial deck out of hand is really good because you gain the ability of XVmons and stuff like that. Like power boosting, especially for the Piledramons and stuff like that, really do help out because you don't have the jamming, especially if you don't have EX collection stuff. I mean, it's kind of cheap right now, but some of it will rise over time, and it gets quite expensive pretty quickly, so I kind of understand. Then we have Piledramond. So this one is really good because this has the DNA, or aka Jogger's ability, with a level 4 blue and green Digimon. So basically, for free, you can Jogger's instantly into those 2 Digimon. And when Digivolving, when DNA Digivolving, return one of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less to the bottom of their owner's deck. This is a mandatory skill, so this instantly happens, but also when attacking, unsuspend this Digimon. So this really does help out, try to counteract the Parallel Worlds ability, because there's a reason why 6000 DP is playing clutch, because most of their level 7s, I mean level 5s, are 6000 DP. So being able to spin those back really does help out. Next, we have the boss of the deck. We have Piledramond Dragon Mode. So when attacking, well, when Digivolving, sorry, not when attacking. So it's a 4-cost and stuff like that. But you may play 1 green Digimon and one blue Digimon from this Digi-Evolution. They both have to be level 4. And They have to be 4 or lower, sorry. Then you get to basically play them. And then what's really nasty about it, the combo is, basically you would take the 2 that you Jogress with this card out, instantly Jogress again. So that makes it really powerful and really crazy kind of thing you want to do. Then we have Kokabiterimon. Kokabiterimon. I'm not going to pronounce this right. This one is really just replaced anyway. So opponent's turn, while you have a blue Digimon play, this Digimon gains blocker. It's solid enough. It's nothing too crazy to run home about, but it's in the deck because it's in the deck. Next, we do have Wormmon here. Wormmon gets instantly replaced. Basically, everything that isn't Vmon is removed in this deck. So, but Wormmon's in here. So if you DNA Digivolve with this Digimon, at the end of turn, you may DNA Digivolve this Digimon and one of your other Digimon in play into a card from your hand by paying its DNA Digievolution cost. So basically, it gave you a Gatomon-esque and Salomon-esque ability, which is fine, but we're not going to be... We're OTKing with this deck. We end our turn with winning. So we don't really need 2 Jogress at the end phase. And then they give you 4 Stingmon. This Stingmon is really good because this card is continuously played, but when you would play this Digimon card from your hand, if you have a blue Digimon in play, reduce the play cost by 1. And then, not once per turn when attacking, if you have a blue Digimon in play, draw a card. So, Piledramond can just instantly go 1, draw, 2, draw, and, well, 1, 2, draw, and then you're pretty set up. If you get the jamming one underneath, that means it's not dying, so you're guaranteeing the draws all game long. And then we get a new Digimon that is from the security package. So now I think every color now has a upgraded one. I could be wrong. There could be one missing, I think, but most of them have the security. At the end of the battle, you may play this Digimon without paying its play cost, basically, memory cost. On play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So it doesn't see much play. It won't see play in this deck. But it's really nasty just because if you can Jogress into it, it really does go off. So it's not bad. Next, we do have 4 Dinobemon. Dinobemon's really good because it's your backup compared to Piledramond. It's got a good Jogress ability, same DNA Digivolve ability. It's a level 4 and a level 4. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. When DNA Digivolving, that Digimon doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. So it basically locks it down, and that can be really huge because if they have a massive blocker like Black War Greymon or anything that you just want to swing into to remove off the board, really does help out. And then your turn, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for each of its colors. So it gains at least 2 colors. Not bad at all. So it'll gain 2000 DP. So if you had to use him, it is there. Jubemon is just a vanilla, straight up. We're not really going to dive too much into it. Next, we do have Grand Quagmon. So this card's really good because it has security plus 1. So not bad for a trial deck. And then when Digivolving, this Digimon gets plus 4000 DP for the turn. So basically, it's good for the trial deck, but you remove it for anything else that is just better. So you just don't want it. Then we have Megadeth. This card is ridiculously bonkers. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to its owner's hand. This is huge because if you can bounce their stuff right to their hand, that means like a Mastamon going back to their hand, they lose their whole stack. And especially since this card, when Digivolving DNA, instantly bounces a level 6, you can break their next evolution line and be ready to take care of most of their stuff. So, not a bad trade-off. We have Hell Masquerade. This card's not terrible at all, but we do have when one of your Digimon gets plus 2000 DP, one of your Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn, and if you have a blue Digimon in play, one of your Digimon gets piercing. So, not bad at all. Next, we do have Flower Cannon. It's foiled! Why wasn't this Gaia Force when it was last trial deck? If you guys are transitioning to foil stuff, Gaia Force should have been on the top of your list. But now we have like 9 different flower cannons that are foiled. We can play them all in one deck. No, there's only 4 variants, but I mean, it's not bad. And also you get pretty nice memory marker, if I say so, but I hate it. The only reason why I hate it is it's too small. It needs to be a long bar. Long bar it up. This bend sucks. And then it gives you kind of just basic rules and everything like that. But that's kind of Piledramond in a nutshell. So, guys, next, let's get into Parallel World. So, we're going to open up Parallel World. Same thing. We get actually pretty good stuff out of the box as well. There's nothing really too bad about the trial deck. We get Nerumon. So this is the new, basically, Demi-Vmon, get the heck out of here. Demi-Mera, get the heck out of here starter, because it's still very viably played. But when attacking, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, draw 1, and then trash 1 card from your hand. So this helps filter in, gets rid of the, Lucimon, Chaos modes, and Fall Down modes, or anything like that. Kind of just get them out of your hand, and then you can recycle them for use for your Mastamon plays. Then we have Salomon. She's okay. Some people play her, some don't. Salomon basically lets you DNA Digivolve like Gatomon. It, similar to the Wormmon, is that basically, as long as you have the 2, it instantly Jogresses, or DNA, if you want to call it that. Basically, that way. Then we have Vanilla Lopmon. Lopmon's okay. You don't play it. It gets replaced by everything else. Then we have 2 of our Gatomon. Gatomon is probably one of the most broken cards we've seen yet. It Digivolves for 3. Remember, important. It's not a 2-cost evolve. It's a 3-cost. It's a 5-cost play, 4,000 DP. But on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 yellow Digimon card and 1 purple Digimon card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. And then your turn, when this Digimon would Digivolve into a card with Archangel or Fallen Angel in its traits, reduce the memory cost by 2. So, very important, because that now level 5 becomes a 1-cost, and that means you can just set up your games for days. And also the inheritable, that basically, if it's at a level 5 and you have another level 5, you can just go into Mastamon at the end of phase. So, very important, very powerful. Next, we do have 4 Angelwomon. This card is actually played. This card stays in the deck. So, on play, one of your opponents Digimon gets -2 security checks, but also has, while you have a purple Digimon in play, this Digimon gets security +1. She's a really nasty little girl that just decides to kill, basically make your Mastamon swing nastily. We get Mastamon herself. Mastamon's really good because she DNA Digivolves for 0 for 2 level 5s. So when Digivolving, place 1 yellow or purple Digimon card from your trash onto the top of your security, face down. When DNA Digivolving, you may search your security stack for up to 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card and play it without paying its memory cost. Then shuffle your security stack. So basically, you get a free recovery, and then if not, you can just free recover, pull out the thing, look at your stack, boom, done. And then while you play another Digimon using an effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon whose level is equal to or less than the played Digimon. So basically, this is where Zawart Defeat gets nasty. You get all these other nasty Digimon that just comes out of security, and it punishes your opponent really nastily. Next, we do have Ghostmon. So opponent's turn, while you have a yellow Digimon in play, this Digimon gains blocker. Doesn't see play. It gets tossed out. There's just better Digimon to play. Next, we do have 2 Tsurimon. So Tsuri is really good because on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel and its traits among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Doesn't see play, but it can be definitely useful. Then we got Witchmon. Witchmon's really nasty because the security effect is really useful because, you want to hear why? At the end of the battle, play this Digimon without paying its memory cost. If Mastamon's out, boom, this comes out for free, triggering Mastay to pop your opponent's Digimon. So, and then return 1 purple level 5 or lower Digimon card from your trash to your hand. So that's huge, being able to recycle your sources, but being with Mastodon on the field, your security Digimon become a lot more threatening and a lot more scary. Then we have 4 Wizardmon. Usually he's pretty good as a backup. Some people run the Black Gato, but you want to run Wizardmon as well, just so that you can fluctuate on ratios and being able to Digivolve properly. So not bad. Base Demon. So on play, delete one of your opponent's level 3s. You won't see her very played much because there's just better Digimon all in all. We got Lady Devimon. So this card is played left semi. So when Digivolving, trash one card from your hand to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 yellow, add 1 purple Digimon with Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel in its traits among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. But also, all your yellow Digimon gain retaliation. So that comes important, especially because we have mixed colors that are half and halves. So now these purple Digimon have retaliation, and they can swing in and just take care of your opponent. So keep that in mind. We have 4 Junomon. Junomon is a Olympus 12 Digimon that has retaliation, but also when Digivolving, it is trash the top 3 cards of your deck, then return 1 Digimon card from your trash to your hand. So what's going to happen here is that you're going to be able to return 1 card. She's not bad, but she was instantly replaced with Fall Down mode Ulitmate, because Ulitmate does more than Junoman. Originally, when she came out in Japan, she was actually played a little bit because she was a decent backup. You know, just because if you got into weird situations, you couldn't DNA, at least she could Digivolve on top. Not terrible. Probably one of the most broken removal options for an 8 cost. Chaos Degradation. So place one of your opponent's Digimon face down at the top or bottom of your opponent's security stack. If you do, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. And then also its security, you may place 1 Digimon opponent's face down on the top or bottom of its owner's security stack. This is the reason why this deck gets a little ridiculous, because Chaos Degradation basically removes everything your opponent wants to do, because if they swing in, hit this in security, that instantly means a recovery +1 for them, but that means their boss Digimon is off the board. But if you hard play this, it means you're now removing threats off the board that your opponent has, that basically you can just trash it to the bottom of the deck, or just have it at the bottom of security and know when it's going to die. That's huge. Darkness Wave is important because it's not really played, let's be honest. But trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then if you have a yellow Digimon in play, return 1 yellow or purple Digimon card from your trash to your hand. She doesn't see play in this deck, but I think she sees play in Piledramond. That might be something to keep in mind. I think this sees play in Piledramond or I think it is Piledastar. So Piledastar is another option for that. Not bad. A reprint of Night Raid, which will never see play, but it's a cool art. I think this is back when this card was amazing in BT2. Play 1 purple level 3 Digimon card from your trash without paying some memory costs. On plays do not activate. Activate main. Not bad. Same thing as the other one. We kind of get a fancy, memory gauge, but wish it was a long bar. Could have been a long bar. Ain't gonna be a long bar. So guys, that is all we have for you. So what do you guys think of the trial decks? Which one is your favorite? Which one is the top pick? And I'll catch you the next one. Peace!